Hey guys, I'm Sharon from Italy. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so story time. Ever since I can remember, I've lived in an orphanage. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, another sad orphan story. Nope, not this one. Our orphanage wasn't gloomy or scary like in movies. It was home, and it was run by the sweetest lady ever, Maria. She made sure every kid there felt loved and safe. Maria told me she found me on an orphanage doorstep one night with a note that said, "Name her Sharon, and please take good care of her." There was even a photo of baby me in my mom's arms. I always carried that note and photo in my pocket. Growing up, I was obsessed with nature. Like, I'd spend hours in our orphanage's beautiful garden talking to birds and flowers. And I preferred feeding stray cats than watching TV. Other kids thought I was weird, but honestly, I didn't care. My life was great. But there was this one person who got on my nerves every chance she got. It was Sophia, Maria's daughter, and my classmate. One day, she saw me watering the roses and started plucking them. "Why are you plucking these? They look so pretty." "Exactly why I want them, duh." "But they'll die now." "Looks like I care." That was it. I grabbed the hose and sprayed the jerk till she was soaked to the bone. "You jerk! Wait till I tell Mom about it." Sophia screamed and ran off crying. 2 minutes later, I got called into Maria's office. But when I explained what happened, Maria actually took my side. "Sophia, everyone deserves to enjoy those flowers. You can't just take them all for yourself." The look Sophia gave me could have burned holes in my face. From that day on, she made me her mortal enemy. And things only got worse when I started acing every subject like Sophia barely managed to pass. "Look, Maria, I got A+ in everything." "That's amazing, Sharon. What about you, Sophia?" 2 D- and 2 fails. Again? Oh, Sophia, when are you gonna get serious about studies? Why can't you be more like Sharon? "Because I don't want to. I hate her. And I hate you because you clearly love this orphan more than your real daughter." Sophia stormed off, slamming the door so hard I thought it would fall off. That girl had issues. And a serious drama streak. To get back at me, Sophia started spreading rumors that my mom abandoned me because she hated me. Can you blame her poor mom? If I had an awful daughter like Sharon, I'd do the same. Well, your mom doesn't think I'm awful since she literally adores me. You think Mom actually loves you? Please, she just pities you. Okay, so do our teachers also give me perfect grades because they pity me? You can brag about your grades all you want, Sharon, but you'll never have what I do. A real family. It was true, yeah. But hearing it yelled across the classroom still stung. After that day, I decided to avoid Sophia as much as possible and only focus on my studies. I wanted to grow up to be an environmental lawyer. Then one day when I turned 17, a huge hurricane hit our city. Hundreds of trees got uprooted. It broke my heart. The next morning, I saw tiny seedlings scattered all over the streets. That's when my brain went, ding, idea. I ran back to the orphanage. "Maria, what are we having for dessert tonight?" Frozen yogurt, I think. Why?" "Nothing. I have the perfect plan. Please don't throw away the yogurt containers. I need them." Saying that, I ran off and collected as many seedlings as I could. That night, I cleaned all the used yogurt containers and planted 1 seedling in each. For weeks, I took care of them like babies. When they were ready to be planted outside, I told Maria. She loved my idea so much that she got a gardener and had them all replanted in the yard next door. You're incredible, Sharon. These trees will grow tall, and one day, the kids from the orphanage will play in their shade. Maria kept telling everyone how proud she was. And of course, Sophia hated it. What's the big deal? She just planted some dumb trees. Anyone could do that. It's not about doing it, Sophia. It's about caring. But Sophia, caring wasn't really her strong suit. So the next day, she decided to outdo me. She bought expensive pots and some random plants. I thought, okay, cool, maybe she's changing. Hey, do you want help with those? Did I ask for your help? Just get lost. Okay, but don't forget to water them and feed them regularly. I was hoping Sophia would take my advice for a change and actually care for those plants. But a few days later, I heard shouting. Maria and Sophia were arguing, and then suddenly I heard my name. It's all Sharon's fault. She told me to do it. Excuse me? What did I tell you to do? Ugh, here comes the real culprit. Didn't you ask me to feed the plants? Well, yeah, so what? So what? You killed my plants! Suddenly, Maria burst out laughing. Oh, Sophia. Feeding plants means using fertilizer, not actual food. Wait, so spaghetti doesn't count? I was stunned. Sophia, you actually fed your plants spaghetti? They looked sad, okay? What was I supposed to do? I even gave them ice cream last night. At that point, I was sure Sophia's brain cells had officially gone extinct. Anyway, years passed and I finally got into a solid college and ended up studying environmental law. And remember the seedlings I had planted at 12? Well, they grew up to be towering trees. Sharon, look how tall your babies have grown. I know, right? A few months passed, and I finally got an amazing internship offer at one of the biggest law firms. Then one day, Maria called Sophia and me into her office. Girls, my arthritis is getting worse. I can't run this place like I used to. I need someone to trust to help manage things. Sophia, can you... Don't even think about it. I can't be stuck in this crappy place forever. I want to be an actor. I want to chase city lights, not irritating kids with runny noses. But Sophia, this place means so much to me. That's your problem. Besides, why even bother asking me when you have your favorite Sharon to take things over? I would love to help you, Maria, but you know I have this internship. I understand, Sharon. You both may leave now. Maria looked so sad. I vowed that day that as soon as I began my own practice, I'd start helping Maria with the orphanage. A few days after that incident, Sophia left to pursue acting in another city. Maria was heartbroken, but tried to be strong. A year later, I finally graduated and started a law firm with a couple of friends. And as I had decided, I started helping Maria run things in my spare time. For a while, everything was stable. Then, out of the blue, a notice arrived. The orphanage lease had ended, and the property was sold to a businessman named Dr. Hendricks, who planned to build a mall on the land. This can't be real. Who sold it? When? Why did no one tell us? It's all my fault. I didn't realize the lease expired last month. The owner had every legal right to sell it. Suddenly, my stomach dropped. Maria was right. Everything was being done legally, so we couldn't challenge it. Sharon, if you really want to save this place, you'll have to speak to Mr. Hendricks. So I called him. I emailed. I even showed up at his office. But each time I was told the same thing. He was busy. Sorry, ma'am, he's not available. Just tell him it's urgent. Tell him Sharon from the orphanage wants to meet him. I told you he's busy. I'll leave him a message and get back when he responds. When all polite channels failed, I did the reckless and desperate thing. I snuck into his mansion one night. I know, not my proudest idea, but the orphanage was a heartbeat away from disappearing, and I could not let that happen. Once inside the mansion, my heart raced as I navigated the huge hallways. I was about to enter what I assumed was the master bedroom, when my eyes fell on something that made me freeze. There was a huge portrait hanging on the hallway wall, and the woman in it looked exactly like the one in my baby picture. My mom. I was so shocked that I clumsily knocked a vase over. The crash echoed through the hallways, and within seconds, I heard footsteps. And then, a voice.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
I'm sorry. I can explain everything. But first, tell me, who is she? I looked at the portrait. Mr. Hendricks looked a bit stunned and then asked,
She's my ex-wife. How do you know her?
Well, she's my mom. I pulled out the faded photo and the note I'd carried for years in my pocket. Proof that I'd been left at the orphanage. Mr. Hendricks stared at it long and hard. Then something happened. His face changed from suspicion to total stunned recognition.
So, did they name you Sharon?
Yes.
Sharon? Oh my God. I thought I'd never see you.
Turns out he was my real father. Years ago, while he had been busy building his business overseas, my mom, who had always been restless and wild, decided she couldn't handle the long-distance relationship. She was pregnant with me at that time.
We had decided we would name our daughter Sharon.
But why did she leave me at the orphanage?
Your mom was a free spirit. Maybe she thought a baby would tie her down. I don't know. Maybe I never really understood her.
You didn't look for her?
I did. I hired the best detectives, called every friend of hers, but she just disappeared. For years, I carried the guilt. I thought I'd failed you both. I wanted to give my daughter and wife the best life, but I was way too much. Your mom wanted the mountains, and I wanted the boardroom. I guess that's why we drifted apart.
There was a quiet, heavy moment. Then he reached out and touched my cheek.
I'm so glad I found you, Sharon. I won't let you go again, ever.
Suddenly, I remembered why I was there. The orphanage, the kids, Maria. So I pulled myself together. Well, there's another thing. The orphanage. You bought that property, right? That's the place I grew up in. The place dozens of kids call home. You can't just turn it into a mall.
Oh, so you're the girl who's been calling me. You're headstrong, just like your mother.
This place is home for me. I can't just let it vanish. Dad took a deep breath.
I've learned the hard way that money isn't everything. Don't worry, Sharon. I won't touch the orphanage.
I hugged him, and he hugged me right back. Suddenly, relief hit like a tidal wave. A few days later, we organized a sports day at the orphanage. Dad came as guest of honor, and guess what? He announced he'd donate the land to the orphanage and fund proper facilities for the kids. Thank you so much, Dad. This means everything.
Sharon, I know this place means a lot to you, but I have a business empire that needs you too.
But I can't leave this orphanage. There's no one to take care. Just then, I was interrupted by a familiar voice. Sophia. But she looked a lot more mellow and tired. Don't worry, Sharon. I know you don't trust me, but with Mom's help, I'll try to run this place as best as I can. But didn't you want to become an actress? I realize acting is not for me. Besides, I miss my mom way too much. I've seen orphan kids yearn for their parents all my life. And here I had my mom who doted on me, but I always took her for granted.
Sharon, I think Sophia means what she said. Let's give her a chance. If she doesn't do well, we can kick her butt together.
We all laughed, and suddenly, I felt lighter than I had in years.